Welcome to this edition of UnShackeled. I'm Jeff Shackelford, and I'm going to tell you how to take an easy and sensational golf trip to Scotland. The thing I always get asked about people when I get back from the British Open is, where do I go? What do I play? How do I do it? And I always see these itineraries where people try to cover way too much of the country. And I'm going to tell you the easy way to do it. I wrote a story for Golf Digest in July of 2013 about my favorite place on the planet, East Lothian. Now, it doesn't sound very sexy, but it's the area of golf just by Edinburgh, and really covers the gamut of great golf courses and great experience when you travel there. You can fly to Edinburgh, you get to see one of the great cities in the world, and if you're a history buff, you really got to do the trip the way I'm going to outline it here, because you can start in the city, see the early days of golf, see the origins of our game, and then move out to the coast to some of the world's great links golf courses. So with that, I have to tell you, you must stop in to Leith Links. It's right in the heart of Edinburgh. Now, it's not a golf course anymore. It's a park, but it's still called Leith Links. And when you pull in there, you're going to be looking at the ghosts of early golf. Since 1496, the game has been played there in some form. They still tee it up once a year in honor of this great place in the game. So just kind of sit back, imagine people sorting out this bizarre game we used to play at Leith, and take in the beautiful city. There are a few plaques around the park. Check those out too. Now, what's really cool at Leith is you're right in the heart of the city. You can pop right into the Kildirkin pub. And right outside that pub is one of the very, very most important plaques in the game. And it's up above the door. You can't miss it. And you'll see the great slogan, "Far and Sure," which you see all over the place now, used by many clubs. But this is the original one. And this was given to a peasant who was essentially a ringer. This was kind of the Judge Smales versus Danny match long before Caddyshack. And the king, the future king, excuse me, recruited this young lad to be his ringer in a grudge match. They won the match. He gave him this plaque and gave him some money. They ended up building this building, which is now gone, but the plaque outside Kildirkin tells you all about this. Great spot to visit. While you're in the city, go over to Bruntsfield Links, one of the cool little spots by the university. You can't miss it. Free pitch and putt course, and right next to it is the Golf Tavern, the oldest existing clubhouse in golf. It's been continuously operated. You can have a fine meal there and go play some free golf, pitch and putt right in the middle of the city. You'll see people out there. It's a lot of fun. Now, you've done some of the city stuff. It's time to start moving outside the city towards the coast. And an easy 10-minute drive right from the heart of Edinburgh is the Musselburgh Links, one of my favorite spots on the planet. It combines my two loves of golf and horse racing. There's an active track there that they race at 30 days a year. You got to go to a race day there. I happened to play golf in the morning one time. They let you play for up to an hour and a half before the first race, which I still quite can't fathom, but they swear they get all the golf balls scooped up off of the turf course, which rings the golf course. And you'll see the white poles and the whole bit. It's really cool. But then the golf holes themselves are great. You've got to play it. If you can play it with hickories, it's a lot of fun. And make sure to stop in at Mrs. Foreman's, which is off the 4th green, really essentially golf's first snack bar. And that's something to keep in mind when you're starting to play these places. You're going to where a lot of the first things happen in golf, where the rules were developed, where the first snack bar was, the first hole cut, all sorts of cool stuff like that. And you'll see things along the way that let you know you're at these historic spots. Once you've done Musselburgh, you're starting to move out to the coast, get on A198 and make the move out to the true East Lothian area, where some of the truly, truly special links in golf, Muirfield, North Berwick, and Gullen, of course, all sit. And there are about 5 or 6 others you can check out. All great experiences, all a little bit different. And that's the beauty of this, because you're going to be setting up shop in one area. You know, I keep hearing from people, they go to Scotland, they're worn out when they come back. They had a great time, but they're tired. And a lot of it's because they just tried to cover too much ground. And the beauty of this area is that you can knock out all these different links in one spot, go to a very exclusive private club like Muirfield, or enjoy my favorite experiences at Gullen and North Berwick, where you are a part of the town, you dine in the town, you stay in the town, and you take your clubs, put them over your shoulder, you walk right through town, right to the first tee. There's nothing like it. The spirit of golf is just absolutely off the charts. Everybody loves golf. They love seeing you. They welcome you. And I just don't think there are better experiences than either of those two, Gullen and North Berwick. So if you're looking for that easy trip, you love a little golf history, you love seeing one of the great cities in the world, you have to go to East Lothian. And worst case scenario, if you feel like you need to check off St. Andrews, which I certainly would endorse, it's just an hour train ride away from East Lothian. So check it out. Check out my story in Golf Digest and have a great trip.